Hindi common prepositions. Again, pag sinabing prepositional combination, alright, yun talaga yung part na yun eh. So, what you have to do is actually just to be familiar with them. There is no other explanations. Otherwise, yung mga words na very confusing. Pag pinalitan yung preposition, then it will have another meaning. Okay, there are many prepositional combinations. So, those are just some of them. Okay, so mas marami pa yan. So, yun yung mga very common na ginagamit natin. No? Okay. So, do not depend on the sound to magandang again, yung tawag naman, but it's not. Okay, again, sinabi prepositional combination again, if you don't know the right preposition, then you have to be familiar with the prepositional combination, alright? Okay, just like somebody wrote there at Makati, so again, you cannot use in Makati, right? You cannot use at Makati, but in Makati, something like that, yes. So, do not depend on the sound, na, is it confused with, confused about, confused on? Accused of, accused for? Accused of? He's accusing me for He's accusing me for stealing it. Yes, he accused me of stealing it. Okay, so accused of course. So ganun lang siya. No? So just be familiar with them. Okay? What else? What page is it now?
81. 81.
81. 81. There's something bothering you. Okay, so once you use a check, it should be followed by the preposition for. Remember that, okay? What's the next word? A demand for. Can you make an example? A demand for rice is increasing. A need for, a demand for. What else? A reason for. What was the reason for? Can you make an example, Nico? Reason for.
We have those jobs and the
Yes.
prepositional combination.
Yeah. Once you use the word reason, it should always be followed by for.
Explanation.
Reason for being absent yesterday.
Yes, that's right. What was the reason for? What's the next word?
Demand.
Demand for. How about demand for? So demand for. No. Already?
Sorry, ma'am.
Yes, so the demand for. What else? Advantage of, disadvantage. How about disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Oh.
Disadvantage of not listening to the others.
When you don't understand it. Okay, yes, what else? The next word. Yeah.
A cause of.
Because of,
Photographs of.
suspect of, right? Okay, photograph. A photograph of, pictorial, type of, channel. You're going to use the preposition now. What is it? Can you make an example, Carmen? Yes. Do you have a photograph of me? Any word of them? Any word.
Adobe. A plan that we
function. I'll type it. But it's in there anyway. It's in your CDL. Okay. Okay, let's say for instance, the word remind, about, and remind of. It's here, right? So remind about is what? Not to forget. But remind of is to cause to remember. Para maalala, para nagpapaalala pala. Papaalala, remind about para hindi malimutan. Okay? Please remind me about the what? Meeting. The homework or the meeting. Okay? So for me not to forget it. Okay? Kung nagpapaalala naman, it reminds me of you.
Wow.
Alin?
You're not over it.
Can move on.
So you have to throw that thing.
Reminds me of you.
Okay, don't go to the place where you can remember. Okay, so that is the advice, okay? And then believe in and believe without preposition, okay? There's a difference, huh?
Believe in.
Yeah. Right, let's say believe in is something you believe somebody or something exists. Naniniwala ka na meron kayong bagay. Kaya nga, I believe in God.
Mermaids.
I believe in mermaids. Naniniwala ka may ganun. Okay? May mermaids, meron God. Okay? So, yun hindi pwedeng I believe in you. I believe I can fly. Wala namang in, di ba? But how about I believe in you? I believe you. I believe in you. How about I believe in you? Can I say that?
Yes.
Naniniwala kong buhay existing that. It's not. But it should be, I believe you. Parang you trust that, you trust this thing that is true. Okay? It is true. Parang gano'n. You believe that it is true. Okay? I believe you. Naniniwala ko na sasabi ka na totoo. Okay? O naniniwala kung kaya mo yung gawin. Yun yung I believe you. Okay? Ha? I believe you. Okay? Yung, let's say, I believe in or no preposition goes. I believe in ghosts or I believe ghosts?
I believe in ghosts. I believe in ghosts.
That the ghost is, that the ghost exists. Na meron.
Okay.
Meron. Aswa. Tumingin lang. Okay, yeah. What else? Yeah, so I believe I can fly. Bakit? Because you believe that you can. Yeah, you trust it, right? That it is true. Okay. So you can say, I believe in. Okay. What else? So question does you believe in, believe without preposition. Okay, another is complain about and complain of. Complain about is what? I complained about or I complained of my neighbors because they were so noisy last night. Complaints of, complained about.
Complain about.
Yes, because you were not satisfied, okay? But complain of, let's say, every morning I always suffer. I always suffer from. Huh?
He's always complaining of their name.
He's always complaining of their neighbors.
He's always... lagi lang naman.
Yeah, complaining about because you're not satisfied. Okay. But let's say you are in pain. Every morning I suffer from allergic rhinitis, so I always complain of, or you always complain about my allergy.
Complain of.
Complain of because you are in pain. Okay. Yun yung pinatayban nila. So, complain about you're not satisfied. So if you change the preposition of, then you will have different meaning. Okay, so you're gonna say, I complain of my allergy. I complain about my allergy, but I complain of my allergy. Okay, same as throw out and throw to. There's a difference as well. Okay, throw out and throw to.
In occasions.
Me.
Throw at.
Throw.
Throw at.
He threw the ball. He threw the ball at or to me.
Occasion. At.
Hanggang he threw the ball to me. He threw the ball at me. Meaning,
Binat.
binan. Yeah. Your intention is to hurt or to
Ah, okay.
hit the person,
To hit
right?
the person.
And then the throw to is to catch it.
Pass.
Yeah. Pinatumo ba para
Catch.
masok. So I was playing with the ball. I was playing with my son. So he threw the ball to me para masambot. Okay? Yung throw at is para tamaan ko talaga siya. Okay? I threw the eraser at him for to hit him. And then shout to, say, same as throw out and throw to, okay? Alright, so let's say I saw him across the street, so I shouted at, or I shouted to her.
At.
Two.
I saw her across the street.
Told her.
I shouted to her for her to hear you. Okay? To get somebody's attention. Okay, somebody's attention. Para marinig ka, kaya mo naman sinigawan. Okay, this one is when you are angry. Okay, sinigawan ka dahil galit. My mother shouted at me last night because I came back home late. You shout at. Okay? Then when you use the word discussion and discuss, remember this guys, that discuss is a verb. So we do not use any preposition for that. Okay? So never say, we discuss about.
We have
Never say that.
discussed.
Huh?
We have discussed it.
We have discussed it. That's it. We discussed modals. We discussed prepositions. We discussed tenses. Okay? We discussed
Verb.
intonation. No preposition. Is it clear? But if you use discussion, it's a noun, then you have to use the preposition
Preposition.
about. Okay?
The discussion is of all.
Yeah. We had a discussion about preposition. Okay? But the other one, no preposition. Huh? We discussed preposition. Okay, so remember that. No preposition for the verb, and there's a preposition for the noun. Then think about. Okay, when you think of, she looks so familiar with me, but I can't think about her name.
Think about.
But I can't think of her name. Ngayon, parang ngayon ko hindi maisip, hindi pumasok sa isip ko. But you think about this something like pinag-iisipan. So you're having a concentration, what do you think about? And I say, can I borrow some money from you? I will think of it, or I will think about it.
I will think about it.
I will think
Think
about
about
it
it.
because you're going to consider something, of course. So you
Pinag-iisipan
will,
pala.
if you're going to consider something, then that is think about. Okay, but no concentration, I mean just now, then that is think of. Okay, I know the answer for that, but I can think of or think about it.
Think.
You didn't think of. Okay. I don't know what to do actually. I'm still thinking about what to do.
Thinking about it.
Because considering what to do. Okay. Right? And then, what else? This one. Hear of, hear about, hear from. Okay, tatlo yan.
I heard it from you.
I heard it from you, meaning to say what?
Narinig ko sa'yo.
So yun. Then, what about hear of?
I heard about the story.
I heard about the story. I heard from you. And how about hear of? Okay, let's say for instance, message, calls, emails, any kinds of communication, alright? Hindi ka naka-receive ng kahit anong tawag, text sa kanya. Okay, that is hear from. Have you heard any from Kate? So, gawin nyo yung hear from, okay? And then the hear about is being told about something. Parang pinalitaan ka ba? Pinalitaan. Nasabihan.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
Here you is
Have you heard about the news that
You
happened in
receive.
China? Inalagay mo ba
here
yung...
you
I'm sorry.
here.
Don't be.
How about here?
Ah, hear of. Yeah. Okay, hear of is what? To know that something exists.
An example, can you give us example?
Exists. Okay, for example, I haven't heard of mermaids. So I do know that they are existing, actually. I haven't heard of. Okay. So being told about something, okay, is nabalitaan. Okay. Like what? I didn't know that Nico and his friends went out last week. So have you heard about that? Okay. Sabihan ka ba nila? Nabalitaan mo ba yun? Okay. But you hear from, okay, they are not yet here until now. And I haven't heard anything from them. Okay. Because hindi man lang po nila sumaga. Hindi na pinagkaiba ba nila tatlo ha? So be careful by using the prepositions. Okay, what else?
Here by.
Hear of.
Name.
Hear of is negative. Hear of is
Here
negative.
by.
I just use the negative.
Here
Okay,
by.
I can also use I have heard of. Or have you heard of?
How about
Have you heard of cherry blossom in the Philippines? O, alam niyo bang meron tayo cherry blossom dito sa Pilipinas? Na existing yun dito. Yes, we have in Baguio. So I have heard of cherry blossom here.
Sakura.
Yes, we have in Baguio. Because of the weather here.
Corn.
Because of local temperature. Because of its cold temperature.
Yes, it's cold. So you will really see it. It's cold here. I
Pass
just saw it
by.
from the news.
Really?
pass by, pass by,
Pass by,
pass
pass through. Say, shall I do it? Always pass by, never pass by. Pass by your house. Say, go to Palapag. Your house is Villa Catalina. What is pass by the pass by? Can you make an example?
You ordered that, no?
Huh?
You ordered that.
Yeah, I stole it. Ano? Only this I will order. I went out, but I didn't see you. Okay, what else? Question. Aging Delmar or in front of 7-Eleven.
No, no.
Where?
Here, outside.